everybody. Good morning. Welcome. Tuesday, the 12th of September. It's great to be with you all again for our weekly catch up on all things contact centers. Now, you might have seen there's already a comment on from Danny. Danny, the bee culture man, is on holiday. And as Mark says, Danny, enjoy the well deserved break. What that means for the rest of you, of course, is you might be able to get some more comments in because he has got the quickest fingers in the West. But Danny, have a lovely time. Let's start with, shall we? Say hello in the comments. Let's get to know each other. We've all built up lovely networks because of this show. It would be great to carry that on. I will create a Get Out of Rap Spotify playlist. So this is your opportunity to say hello in the comments. Let's get to know each other. And also, what's your choice for a song for a Get Out of Rap playlist? What's your go-to tune? Here he is. Top 10 legend, Rob. Hello, mate. Good morning. And good morning, Mark. Remember, Mark is change manager, continuous improvement extraordinaire, and is looking for a new role. So please do connect with him. Darren, hello. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Maria, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Great to have you on the show. So say hello in the comments. Watch. Here we go. Raising, living on a prayer. And we're halfway there. Okay, Bev's taken the first slot in the playlist, and that is Living on a Prayer. I want to say, is that Bon Jovi? Um Nigel, hello. How you doing, mate? Oh no, you reminded me. I haven't got back to you yet. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm terrible. I'm only just treading water. Oh, lovely Becky's here. Hello, Becky. This isn't the first time that you've come on, is it? Becky obviously is a legend in our industry as well. Good morning. Now, I can't see who that is. I don't want to guess. It's in your settings, or otherwise you can just say your name. That would be great. So Kerry's here. Hello, Kerry. How you doing? Um, Mark is going with Haley Kiyoko by Demons. Okay, that is on there. Becky is going Echo Beach. Nice. Hello, Craig. Good morning, sports fans. Got to be No Limit by Two Unlimited, a right energizer on a not so sunny Tuesday. Cracking, that is. I'm going to create this later today. Um, Asif, good morning. It's my first time joining. Thank you so much, Nigel. You're too kind. I know you're calling me about an opportunity as well. I think. Morning, everyone. No, it's not your first time. Okay, I got it. I'm trying to catch up. Becky Simpson, love a bit of Martha and the Muffins. Sweet child of mine. We've got some bangers coming on this. Hey, pop pickers. G'day, Peter Maid. Ah, there he is. The biggest brain in the industry. So, Maria is going, the Rolling Stones, Start Me Up. Good morning from sunny Scotland. I'm sorry, I can't see who that is. Music for a sushi restaurant. Guilty pleasure. Rob, you're going to have to explain. I have no idea what that is. Loving all these tune ideas. Me too. Hi, team. I'll get back to you on a song. There are so many I like. That's the problem, Christy, isn't it? Christy, all the way from Australia. Absolute awesome human being. AC/DC, Thunderstruck. Yes, Pete. I can just see you moshing out to that. Dave, good morning. Now, Dave, another available legend of our industry. So, and talking of available legends, George, who contact center manager, looking for a new role. Check out his appearance on Max Contacts podcast. It is really, really interesting. George knows his stuff, and I'm sure George can share the link to that podcast on there. Oh, titanium. Nice. Now, Rob. Oh, music for a sushi restaurant is Harry Styles. I like Harry Styles. Um, oh, Pop Up Pirate, the main man, Barry is here. Good morning, all. Looking forward to seeing you this week, Barry. Um, Neris, what? Not your own rap, Neris. I wish I had that lined up. I should have had your rap lined up. If you don't know, Neris did a rap all about contact centers. I will find it. Buongiorno. Now, this is a story all about how my life got turned upside down. Um, I should have had it. Poor me. So I will share that with everybody as well. George says Foo Fighters, Monkey Wrench. Nice. Becky, We Are the People, Empire of the Sun. You guys have got us off to a flyer. What a lovely set of tracks. Now, if that didn't get you going, I do not know what will. Okay, looking forward to it, mate, says Barry. Yeah, me too. Open Arms by Elbow. Look at this. You get to know people, don't you, by what they are choosing. So absolutely love this. Absolute. Here we go. Thanks for the mention. There's the link, everybody. Check out George's appearance on a podcast. Get to know him even better. Now, I have got for you something a little bit special. After going self-employed, I'm often asked what I'm up to. It would appear a lot of the time I am up to creating little videos. So it's now time for a very quick ads break.
And I think we do have his description. Can we take that? Let's take his description. Okay.
I promise, like, and even it's been a weird these past few months, and knowing out.
So, often my wife will come home and say, "Have you had a good day?" I'll say, "Yeah, it's busy. Let me show you these videos I made." What is my song for today? Tribe Called Quest, Can You Kick It? I love a bit of Tribe Called Quest. Thunderstruck, Steve and Seagulls, love it. Sound of Silence, Disturbed. Thanks, George. Oh, I thank you, Christy. You're too kind. I'm not sure these videos help me, but I found my little niche there. So now we haven't had this section for a while, but I thought I would bring it back. You are going to need your mobile phones because it is time for right. Yes, your input. So please do. I'm going to ask you some questions. Either go to menti.com and enter the code 3752, or if it's easier, just hold up your phone and use the QR code on the screen. It's time for you guys to get involved, do a bit of work. Okay, hopefully you're ready with that. Remember, the code is 3752 6405. Let's go. What is the main reason you use LinkedIn for? I'm just interested. If you remember, LinkedIn was set up predominantly as a job hunting site, people watching, learning new skills, keeping up to date with the industry, like kind of, it's a horrible term, isn't it? But thought leadership. It's neck and neck. What's the main reason? I know it's probably all of the above, but when you think about what your main reason for going on LinkedIn is for, Is it for keeping up to date with your industry and what people are doing? Is it just checking out what individuals are doing rather than the latest trends? So, Industry Watch, yeah, the latest trends, what's happening, things you should be mindful of. Brilliant. Thank you very much. All job hunting is catching up with Industry Watch. People watching is funny, isn't it? Because there's a lot of LinkedIn experts talk about how your personal brand is the most important. I do know as well that the algorithm has changed on LinkedIn. It's probably not liking a lot of my content because it's tried to become more serious. So the algorithm now will push out more serious type posts where that you're sharing something worthwhile rather than a video of a policeman falling down a slide. That's where I've been going wrong. That's where I've been going wrong. That's why the bank balance is looking so light. But this is great. So the number one by some way is it's all about keeping up with the industry. Let's see. I've missed a few comments. Sorry. Let me just answer these. Love the videos. How long do they take to make? Not too long, actually. I'm happy to share it with you, Kerry. Sharing is caring, right? I'm not a gatekeeper of this stuff. Thank you for being a friend, Andrew Gold. You got it, Phil. And Ray Mondo, Phil. Bev loves that one. Phil Dix, nice one, Phil. Old school. Sorry, on the phone while the youngest goes to sleep. All of the above. Yes, I think. Yeah, I absolutely get that, Phil. I was just what is the if you had to choose one. Maria, are you also looking for a role? Please do share for everyone what it is you're looking for. We can all do with support, can't we? And we are becoming a community here around this show. So let's all help each other. Thank you so much for doing that, everybody. It was very, very interesting. Now, as you know, I run a team leader community. There's a few of you here today that are also part of that community, and that is awesome. I thought it would be, and I share the recording of this show in the community afterwards, but I thought it would be really interesting with the great brain power that we've got on here, that today's question of the show is, what tips would you share in the team leader community? Those tips can be anything from personal development to managing a team to how best to forward your career. So anything really. No, hold on. Maria, yeah, guys, made redundant last March. I'm looking for a new remote CX managerial role. I will add you, Maria, to my job seeker list that I share every Monday as well if you want. But let's all connect with Maria if you're not already, and we can help each other. Thanks. My name's Martin, but I will go with Mac as well. Yeah, Jordan, you go for all of them. Jordan is a star of the community, but I would love for you guys to share what tips would you share in the team leader community. Then I would take your tips and put them in there. This is an opportunity for you guys to share some of your experience and things. Maybe if you could go back in time and talk to the younger version of yourself, what would you share? What do you think is important for young leaders with a lot of responsibility in our industry to hey Maria, don't worry about it. I have a friend of mine that called me Mark for years. And talking to Marks, change and transformation has to happen with people, not to people. Love that. Be the culture you want your business to have. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. So that's kind of about not letting things happen to you, Mark, isn't it? And actually stepping out on the front foot. Change and transformation has to happen with people, not to people. Love it. Listen first, speak second. Best lesson I learned. Cheers, George. That is great. Listening is such a underrated skill set to work on. Daddy Mac. Yeah, I'll take that. I've got a lot of kids. Oh, Maria, please don't worry. Honestly, I love it. It's funny. Um, Neris, okay. As the super users of the contact center technology, make sure you are front and center of any future investment and shout loud when it's not serving you. Don't normalize inefficiency and crap systems. Do you know I put a poll in the community yesterday, I think it was, about how many systems do you use? And at the moment, by far, the winning one is more than 5. Um, just an interesting side note here. Now, Mark, hello, Mark. Good to have you. Don't sell your soul and stick to your beliefs and ethics. So true. It can actually be a challenge, can't it, when you're in a position in a working world for the first time where you get that feeling in your stomach and you think, this doesn't feel right. I don't like the behaviors around me or the things I'm being asked to do. You don't quite recognize that those are your beliefs and values, and it is okay to use that as the basis for saying, you know what, if I can't change it, I'm going to go somewhere else. So I agree. I love that one, Mark. Don't sell your soul and stick to your beliefs and ethics. New song for the playlist. Return of the Mac. Oh, sorry. Nice one, Pete. Sorry, Maria. Um, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use them in that ratio. Yes, Harvey. So true. And if you're interested in franchising, Harvey does a LinkedIn Live also. So please do check that out. And you're happy to share that if you want, Harvey. But again, much like George's point, listening. Oh, I love this one, Christy. Don't be afraid to not know. Stand up. Be curious and make the connections to find out. What a lovely, lovely sentence that is. That's brilliant. I love that. Craig, my bromance buddy. Open questions and a good set of ears. Never forget a pen and a pad. Yeah, that's a great one as well, because it seems the second bit anyway seems a bit obvious. You know, write stuff down. It really helped me. I kind of winged it too much, and then when I started writing things down, notes or preparation, it just things got a lot easier. Dave says to George, listening seems to be a trend today. I've already responded to 3 LinkedIn posts on the importance of listening. Nice one. Barry, never forget it's about continuous improvement. Don't be scared to fail. Fail fast, learn and enjoy the ride. Really true, Barry. Really true. Love that. Jordan says, be the change you want to see, in this case, in the contact center. I love it. And now, Darren, you're onto something here with it's not about you. This is a concept of servant leadership. Yeah, Darren, you know, leaders eat last and you're there to help other people. I love it. David, hello, mate. People are individuals and you need to adjust yourself to them and not the other way round. And I've seen you in action, Dave, so I know how important that is to you and how much you've always done it. Hello, Paul, mate. Be authentic and manage with compassion. I love it. Lead with kindness, right? Compassion is not a weakness. It's a strength. And Darren says, find the line between friend and colleague. Can be difficult for new team leaders to find that line, especially when they've moved up the ranks. Yeah, that first transition from one of the team to leader can be a challenge, can't it? They're like, hang on a minute, you're telling me to do something. Last week you were messing around. Ask more questions. Actively listen to the answers. That's right. Don't sit on your hands. I love it, Rob. Ask more questions. Maria says, never consider your team as numbers and a KPI. They are people first. So true. See the people, isn't it? I'm sorry I'm not keeping up. I know these are coming through to you a lot quicker. Systems, not sure, lost count. Wow. Dave, I know a guy who has called me Jack for 30 years. I can't tell him now. By the way, my dad is Jack. Well, there's a nice little connection there. No such thing as a stupid question. Pete is spot on with this one. Don't stay silent if you're not sure. Don't assume people know the answer. Oh, Maria. If I thought I could get enough for my soul, I'd sell it right now. 6 months, no work. Well, come on. I'm thinking it's going to happen. It's going to happen. There's a lot of very, very good people looking for new roles that would make a huge difference to the organizations that employed them. Phil says, get ready for change. To Mark's point earlier, you agree? And then change again. I love it. And then when you are settled, change. Brilliant. Develop to be agile and flexible in people and approaches. Nothing stands still. Don't get comfortable. Exactly. Oh, please tell me who you are because this looks a good one. Don't assume you know everything, but learn new skills and listen to more mature leaders in the organization. That's great. Hello, Orok. Good morning, fam. Apologies for coming late. No problem. It's great to see you here. Simon, hello, my friend. Manage people, not the performance. Be empathetic. Ask people if they are okay. Be there for them and they will want to work for you. Nothing more important, is there? Checking in on people, being empathetic, and leading people first. Phil also adds, be proud and don't make excuses for working in the CEX contact center. Yes, let's be proud of the industry that we are working in. Here we go, Harvey. Thank you, Martin. You're a gent. The first one today. I'm nervous. It's 5:15 GMT. In the spirit of this, I think it's an important one to share and support. There you go. So Harvey is doing a live also later today. Do check it out. Change is the only constant. Very true, Barry. Stephen, hello, sir. Always address development areas constructively. Yes, I think because people are already going to be maybe beating themselves up about areas that they need to improve on, and you sort of sensitively and positively building a plan to address that is really important. It's a great one, that, Steve. So Kerry says, guys, the market is picking up. Good group together for tomorrow. Dave, Darcy, Maria, tomorrow. Oh, Kerry, please do share what you are up to. Is there an open to work group or something like that? Sorry if I'm mangling this, but please do use this format here to share what you're up to if it helps other people. Because Dave says, looking forward to the call tomorrow. Blair, hello, my friend. Your job is to help people get better, not to be stuck behind a desk doing emails, etc. When I eventually ended up managing team leaders, this used to drive me potty. Of course, we've got to do admin, but a couple of my team leaders spent most of the day doing like Murder, She Wrote. And I was like, what are you doing? You're not employed to do this. We have an open to work networking session. Oh, that's great. So yeah, Mark is Kerry. Can I get in on that action? Hopefully you can all tell by now I am not a gatekeeper of other people's opportunities and things like that. So please do. Here we go. Share and share alike. Wednesday at 1 p.m. specifically for CX and contact center leaders. That's great. Is it an event, Kerry, on LinkedIn, or what is it? Stephen, I'd say address problems early too. If you provide compliments early, also provide constructive skill improvement early. Very, very true. Yep. If anyone wants to join, let me know and I'll send the invite. We're creating stuff here. Leaders should help their teams to become so good they are no longer needed. Yes. Rob, I think I couldn't agree more. I think there's something about looking at people now in the industry that you were manager of, but now have gone on and have become so, well, even at the time, someone is in this group, Pete Dunn, for example. Technically, for a while, I was his line manager, but right from day one, it was very obvious Pete knew more than me. And it was a privilege to work with him. So I completely agree. If you can get people around you in your team that are better than you, there's no better feeling if you're comfortable with it. Martin, just want to thank you and this whole group. Even as tough as times get, this is much look forward to call each week. Dave, no problem. I've been where you are, and I imagine there's most people on this in our little community here have as well. And it hopefully we can all help each other. So thank you, my friend. Neris, recognize the value you're experiencing managing people, keep learning, and have a vision of where you want to get to. That's brilliant. I could have done with that advice earlier on. I just kind of bumbled around for a bit because I was just enjoying it. Harvey says managing a team is like growing a garden. People need nurturing. They need different things to help them grow. I don't know how to do a LinkedIn event. Maybe that would be easier. I've said it as a Teams call. Hey, look, it doesn't. Kerry, sounds great. Anyone that wants to get involved in that, just contact Kerry and hopefully it can help. Maria says, provide always clear instructions to your team leaders and be a promoter of two-way feedback. You grow with them. That's dead right. You know, just having the strength of relationship that means that people can say, look, you're not really doing your greatest work here. I had a very, very requiring group who would challenge me constantly. And I grew a hell of a lot because of their non-stop feedback. Oh, Peter, mate. Peter, I'm looking forward to sharing a red wine with you soon, sir. Or hundreds. Stephen, also listen to your team and make sure they have a voice, as the best feedback to ensure continuous improvement comes from the coal face. Really, really true. Couldn't agree more. And I couldn't agree more with this, Rachel, as well. All great advice. It's brilliant. The team leaders, I think, will be very happy to receive this. I will share it all within the community as well as this recording, but I will put it in some kind of order. But thank you so much, everybody, for sharing. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now then, we're coming to, for some of you, I know this is your favorite part of the show, but do keep the tips coming as well. We are now going to do our It is the Contact Babel Decision Makers read along. Let me just get this ready in case you ask some questions. So we're up to about page 450. Hold on, let me just catch up. Rob, EX equals CX times 2. See the team leader community for more detailed posts. Now, if you are interested in joining in the team leader community, you don't have to be a team leader. Anyone is welcome to join. Equally, maybe you guys can help me out as well. If you know of companies that their team leaders might benefit from being in the community, or they just want to find out more, please do point them in my direction. I'd love to talk to them, and I'd love to keep getting people in the community. It is a progressive, lovely, positive place. So if you guys could help me out, that would be brilliant. Now, Orok, communication, dedication, and commitment. I love it. Brilliant. I used to think the term was cold face. We should do a topic on that, Phil, of misheard kind of common phrases. Always happy to help, whether managing up or down. I think that's brilliant. Kerry, I help people on a Sunday that are looking for a new job. I would happy to support. Also, there is someone called Jane. So yeah, Jane is looking for CX operations, speech analytics, Daily Bridge. Thought it'd be worth mentioning. Yeah, she is on the Monday list I do as well, Harvey. But yeah, please do, if you're looking, check out Harvey's work on a on a Sunday, because again, that also supports those looking for jobs. So let's go into our read along. Now, this is going to be one that I imagine is going to get you talking and have the same reaction I had. Ready for this? Agents lack the experience to go the extra mile. Now, 25% of respondents believe that agents lack the experience and capability to go beyond what they already know how to do. Agents need to be trained on how to do this and encouraged to do so by the culture of the contact center. Oh, sorry, Mark. H to H was human to human. I said happy to help. Oh, dear. So, what do we think of this? In the medium contact center, 36% either agreed or strongly agreed with agents lack the experience to go the extra mile. What do you think about this? As they state here, 25% of respondents believe agents lack experience and capability to go beyond what they already know how to do. Agents need to be trained on how to do this and encouraged to do so by the culture of the contact center. The question was, do you agree with this statement? Agents lack the experience to go the extra mile. Christy agrees. Bev, hopefully I've answered that, which is, do you agree with this statement? Agents lack the experience to go the extra mile. Rachel says no motivation. I would change the word experience to confidence. Yes, nice distinction to make that, Mark. Hello, Alan. Alan says, is it experience or intent? Good thought-provoking question there, Alan. What do we think of this? So, Rachel, no motivation, no updated 2023 culture since the fax machine age. I have team members close to a score younger and thinking outside the box was not taught in school. Interesting, Christy. Darren says, I agree with Mark. I think a lot of that is actually a lack of confidence. Phil, if you've not experienced what it is like and recognized it, then difficult to create the effort. That's very true. If I lack experience in something, how can I do it? I guess is the question. So, Darren, also a lack of clarity from leadership on what they can or can't do to go that extra mile. So, Rob says, I found they're often not empowered. Maybe those responding aren't empowering their teams enough. Yeah, it seems like, for me, this felt a little bit like you're blaming the agents in some cases, which seemed a bit strange. Agree with the confidence and the overwhelming fear of compliance can be an inhibitor. That's true. Hello, Darren. Do they have autonomy to go the extra mile? Great question. Pete says you could switch the word for confidence, capability, autonomy, desire, freedom, or support. And that, I think, is very astute. Reward for going the extra mile is not often rewarded, recognized, or promoted. Yeah, fascinating there. Great point, Phil. Craig says, hand holding and positive reassurance real time isn't as easy remotely. Just saying. Well, it's true, Craig, isn't it? How do you address that? If you train them, they will come. Yes, Mark. Kerry says, I think maybe a lack of empowerment. They don't want to get in trouble. Exactly. If you're in a very constricted environment, it's very hard to kind of break free. And well, I never. At last, Mark, a Terry Pratchett quote. To quote the late, great Terry Pratchett, people are more inclined to think outside the box when they see some evidence of thinking inside the box. Yeah, that's brilliant. Just copied accidentally is so fun. Agent blaming 100%. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought, oh, I don't like this at all. Made me feel icky. George, I agree there are elements of confidence and understanding. What can I do? Just imagine some people in their ivory tower looking out going, why don't they go the extra mile? You there, boy. I wonder how much of this is linked to attrition being higher and higher and length of service being lower. Yeah, very true. Barry says, what is going the extra mile could be very different for different people. You spending time to help me outside working hours is massive. Someone might think holding the door open for me is going the extra mile. Very, very true. And Blair agrees with you, I think, here. It's difficult to go the extra mile when the contact centers are experiencing higher than normal call volumes. That's been going on since pre-pandemic. Yeah, I mean, let's not get onto that one, Blair, but come on, people need to stop saying that still, don't they? Saw a great tweet about that. I think it's been shared on LinkedIn as well. Maria says it's a leader's job to coach and lead by example in order to get the extra mile approach. Love it. And first, it requires consistently pushing ourselves beyond normal limits. Not every person knows how to think out of the box. That's true. People think in different ways, don't they? Some are just prefer and are great at following instructions. Let's help them go the extra mile and support them in their journey. Having the right intention will always help breed positive mindsets, says Alan. An inquisitive mind will always ask, why do I have to ask permission to do that? Thus leading to a more challenging and thought-provoking culture. Love that. Harvey says you should always walk a mile in someone else's shoes. That way you're a mile away when they realize you have their shoes. Sorry. No problem. This isn't question time. We're good with all this sort of stuff. Sometimes it feels like the extra mile is just providing the service your customers expect. Yeah, that's sadly true. Agents will go the extra mile if motivated, says Stephen. And Phil also liked Harvey's pun. So, hold on. Rachel says, not every person knows how to think out the box. Get the agents tested what their pros and cons are and take appropriate action. If they like excitement, get them excitement, even from home. If they can listen to you and need a job, they can listen to you. Bev agrees with Blair. This is spot on. Whether or not it's higher than normal if volumes are high, pressure is on just to deal with a call and get on to the next one. So, really true, Bev. Now, how are you helping frontline staff to adapt to changing customer requirements? Once again, the decision makers in our industry who responded to this run straight to technology. I don't want to make it sound like I'm bashing technology. I'm really not. I love it. But it's funny how many of these graphs always seem to go to this as the answer. Contact center decision makers were asked how they are helping their agents adapt to changing customer requirements, whether through recruitment, training, or technology. So let's have a look. Increased technology investment was the most popular. Oh, Pete, you might have a view on this. Improved QA measurement and coaching, increased soft skills training. Maybe we can have another debate at some point on the phrase soft skills. Increased technical product knowledge training, increased digital channel training, and recruiting more experienced or educated agents coming in last. One of my best experiences was when in retail, my boss said, I trust you to determine if compensation is needed. It was eye-opening as a young man, knowing my company trusted me to make the call. I love that, George, and it's obviously stuck with you. Bananarama syndrome again. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. Thanks, Rach. I would need to be a very big fan. I've got a massive head, not in an ego point of view, just actually physically. My head's too big for my body. They refer to tech because tech vendors sponsor the survey. Yeah. It is nice to see all of these here, the training. How are you helping? It's an interesting one, isn't it? Rob finds you funny, Bev. We all do. Continuous training, refresher training, internal calibrations. Well, please tell me whoever you are, because I love that. Calibrations not used enough. And when people do them and do them well, they are a superpower. Um, this reminds me of what InfoSec went through a few years ago, says Mark. Everyone threw money at technology solutions, completely forgetting that the human factor is often the easiest place to breach. Technology is a tool, but has to be used correctly. Are customer requirements changing? Great question, Phil. Great question. Um, to be fair, 4 out of 6 responses are training. Oh, it's Luca. LinkedIn user that I can't see is Luca. Luca is also looking for a new role. Um, Again, like everyone else here, looking for new roles, super, super skilled and experienced. So please do connect. And thanks, Rach, for pointing Luca out. Now, Pete, good, thank you. Not a fan of soft skills as a term. Interaction skills are more rewarding, effective, and technical skills in most interactions, and harder to replace with tech. So true, Peter, mate. Harvey says support, understand autonomy, asking the right questions and listening. No problem, Luca. We got you. Um, I'm in the process of supporting system change. It's the accounts, says Christy, where the issues are hiding. It's great working with my team and collaboratively solving the worst accounts. Helping the team think outside the structure has been rewarding. I love that. I love that. Darren says we implemented QA and coaching for the team earlier this year. We're still building and evolving our contact center, and it's had a really positive impact. Agents are making less mistakes, getting more right first time on contacts, and improving their confidence to deliver great service to our customers. I love that, Darren. If you want a hand on steering that in the right direction, Pete Dunn is your man to talk to, and he will love to talk to you about it. He will talk for a long time, but it all makes sense, and he's lovely. And here he is, in fact. Improved QA measurements too often is more evaluations per person without much thought as to what you do with the data to maximize positive change for employee experience and customer experience. So true. If there isn't an actionable output, what's the point? Stephen says the customer journey and scripts should be reviewed regularly to improve the customer experience. This is where the feedback from the agents is so important. So let me now look at, thank you, Steve, I love that. Are rewards aligned? So the measurement and reward of agent success is closely aligned with the organization's goals. A very interesting topic, this one. So 55% of survey respondents believe that agent work is actively aligned, only 55%, with the strategy of the wider business, with more than 1 in 5 respondents in medium and large operations actively believing that there is a misalignment, that agents are measured on metrics and outcomes that are not in line with what the organization actually wants to achieve with its contact center. What a powerful graphic and statement that is. Let me just read that again. Only 55% of survey respondents believe that agent work is actively aligned with the strategy of the wider business, with more than 1 in 5 respondents in medium and large operations actively believing that there is misalignment, that agents are measured on metrics and outcomes that are not in line with what the organization actually wants to achieve with its contact center. Wow. Now, Sham Aziz, legendary guy, lovely guy, not just because he's a Tottenham fan, came into the team leader community last week and did a masterclass on mission, vision, and values. And the key word that came up was alignment. And alignment here is that there is a misalignment between what we are actively getting our agents to do and reward them and measure with the strategy of the wider business. what does everyone think of this? Now, Dave is saying, ask customers what their requirements are. So often businesses make assumptions. They are often far closer aligned to the business requirements than the customers. Very true. Rob, calibration, calibration, calibration. Very, very true. Because how can we be in a position where the activity of the biggest population of people dealing with customers in our industry is not actually aligned with the organization's goals and strategy? How is that possible? Empower a rewarding culture is a great motivator, says Maria. Barry, sorry, I need to drop from another meeting. Great session as always. Thanks all. Oh, yes. No, look at the time. Thank you, Barry. See you soon, mate. Goals aren't aligned. Let's buy more tech. Yeah, very true. Look at this. It's fascinating though, isn't it? Don't you think that only 42% agree? Surely, mic drop moment. Surely we can do better than this. It's funny, isn't it? Because this is the decision makers are the respondents, and fair play that they're going, actually, what my teams are doing is not aligned with the company's goals. Unfortunately, there wasn't one afterwards that says, what are you doing about it? There's a table that's, if you want to check it out yourself, it's on page 453. If you can make sense of that table, good. I can't. But there's nothing really that shows what they're doing about it. Phil says, can't be a goal if it's not supporting the company objectives. Very true. Christy, some roles in my current center is aligned. The agents in other roles scary. I don't want to go back. Rob Wilkinson, we've got no money to train and retrain, train and retain, sorry, but we can drop a few million on another shiny system, right? Listen, if anyone out there has got millions, you don't need to spend anywhere near that to get people into the team leader community, or come and sponsor Get Out of Rap, right? Don't spend it on that, or just spend hundreds of thousands and save a little bit for people like me. Own goal, yeah, massive own goal. Pete Dunne, bonkers. What, Dizzy Rascal? Is that another one, Rob, to add? I agree with that one. I love that one. I know. They're making the wrong decisions, clearly. It's crazy, isn't it? This is probably the most powerful pie chart, anyway. Maybe not the most. Maybe there's we'll do a wrap up at the end, our highlights of this read along. But I think this one shows we have got a lot of work to do. I think often the company goals are not cascaded to the rest of the company. Luca, I agree, including the contact center department. It may be due to a lack of communication, or rather the silo effect. Yes. So, such an interesting section there. I'm much cheaper than tech and more effective, quicker. There you go. Exactly, Dave. So moving on quickly, gamification. Let me just go back. What the company goals are versus the actual work required and not aligned. Yes, exactly that. So we're now on to use of gamification. The extent to which gamification is used in our industry. Don't want to leave this topic though, because this is a good one, isn't it? Building a real company values and culture and becoming the ambassador of the business. Leadership principles can be done by listening to feedback. So true. Important question. Who do they blame for the lack of alignment? It doesn't. They move into how agents are being rewarded, actually, Rob. It says it might reasonably be expected that the agent engagement reward program will directly support those characteristics and achievements that are most highly valued by contact centers and businesses. So they're saying the following table compares agent characteristics and achievements that are encouraged, and then the ones that are actually rewarded. I think going to how you're rewarding agents isn't the way to address this. It's part of the solution, um, but it doesn't really say, to be honest. So yes, Phil, disappointing to see so many not planning to introduce gamification. Here we go. Use of gamification. So green is they use it now, no plans to replace. Um, Light green, use now, looking to replace. Yellow, will implement within 12 months. Orange, will implement after 12 months. Red, no plans to implement. And our favorite responders, the don't know group. I don't know. I've answered too many questions. So yes, I would tend to agree with you there, Phil. I think it is a very creative way of taking, regardless of where we're taking agents in terms of the tasks that they do, and that they become problem solvers and customer advocates. There's still a monotony of their tasks, and gamification is a way of making their work fun, giving some reward systems, making it a game. Um, Christy, I haven't heard of gamification. Please explain. I, my solution, and I'm sure there will be people that can write in the comments a far better explanation. Mine is we just used to call this playing games with our teams, whether it was um, a point system, whether we played phrase bingo. We did something that just turns the team's jobs into a game or fun, or now it is a whole market, and there's some amazing people doing some really good work. Centrical actually are really good. I don't know if Nick's on here. I really like what they do. They're doing some great stuff. Darren says CXCX has to be right from the top down to ensure the metrics set for CS actually means something. It helps buying from the team if they can see the bigger picture and how they influence that. I mean, who doesn't like a bit of Pac-Man? Oh, Phil, brilliant. Who doesn't? Some organizations are clueless about gamification, says Luca. Oh, Mark, thank you very much. There you go. You guys are quick. Gamification is a strategic attempt to enhance systems, services, organizations, and activities by creating similar experiences to those experienced when playing games in order to motivate and engage users. There you go. You see, you guys are far better at this than me. I just surround myself with great people. I said play games. Bill, you've come up with a great summary there. It's a psychological model that rewards a certain behavior. We reward engages gentle competition and triggers the reward systems in the brain. Mark, that is great. Gamification doesn't have to be part of tech. No, all of the stuff I did when I was an agent, team leader, contact center manager was all Blue Peter paper. Just of some can cut and paste. Apologies, but I hope that helped. There we go. Thank you, Luca. It does help, Phil. It really does. We're in the process of bringing in team games incentives early days, but for us, it's about team engagement. No tech required here. Darren, there is a section in the team leader community as all for games and incentives. So if you want to join, then, get in. At Teleperformance, hi, Claire. We have an arcade platform to create games. Great tool for onboarding, induction, and ongoing knowledge check-ins. Everyone loves a bit of friendly competition and seeing their name on that leaderboard. Is it like an old school game, though, where you can only put in 3 initials? Like MPT. Or I could just put in Mac now. Gamification, brilliant idea and fantastic descriptions. Thank you. Very, very true. Thank you all. As usual, gamification, like everything, needs planning, aligning, and calibrating. I would like to thank you all for your amazing contributions again. Like I say, if you are interested in being a sponsor of this show, Get Out a Wrap, or the podcast, or you know of team leaders, or you yourselves want to join the team leader community, It absolutely is not going to cost you millions. It won't even cost you hundreds. So please do let me know. But thank you all so very much. It's been fascinating. I will share all of your comments. I'll be creating a playlist later on today that I will share here. But it's been a privilege to spend some time with you. Thank you all so much. And I will see you all next Tuesday.